Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the SOM TV podcast. I'm your host, Jason Wise. On today's episode, I'm going to take you deep beneath one of the great wine cities of the world, Saint-Emilion. Located on the right bank of Bordeaux, the entire city was quarried from limestone located below it. But what happened to all of the caverns, tunnels, and cellars that are below that town? Well, for most people, you're not allowed to go and visit them. But we had a chance encounter with a wine shop owner that has access to the many kilometers of caves that are below Saint-Emilion. And we drank one of the great bottles of Bordeaux I've had this entire year while we talked about the history, why they're there, what they're used for, and just how incredible the many kilometers of caverns and quarries are below Saint-Emilion. Tourists just do not get to see this. And if you're a SOM TV subscriber, you can watch this episode right now and see what we're talking about. So please, somtv.com and subscribe. That was what supports everything we do. Before we get to my conversation about Saint-Emilion and its caves, we are going to bring the SOM TV podcast on the road. Do you like our wine and movies podcasts? Do you like our wine drafts, our conversations with in-depth winemakers? Well, we're going to bring them to your city. We are looking for wine bars and venues to do this. If you own a wine bar, or if you own a wine company or a winery and you're interested in sponsoring or partnering with us, we are looking for partners. Please email us hello@somtv.com. And if you just have a suggestion of what city you think we could fill a room with, hit us up too. We love hearing from you guys. It really means a lot. hello@somtv.com. And then once we put tickets up for sale, we cannot wait to see all of you. Without further ado, my conversation about what's beneath Saint-Emilion on the right bank of Bordeaux. All right, so under one of the most important wine cities that exists in the world, Saint-Emilion, which is a walking museum. It's a medieval town carved out of, what, sandstone, limestone? What is this mostly?
Limestone mostly.
So every time I've ever filmed here and been here and drank wine here, I've always wondered, how do I get below? Because you can clearly tell that there are quarries and caverns and cisterns, who knows what, below it. And we went into a wine bar, your wine bar, Charlie.
Yes.
And you took us into the back, and I'm going to tell you, I had my mind blown. I finally got a chance to see what was below Saint-Emilion.
Thank you.
And we're in it right now. We are below the town of Saint-Emilion on the right bank of Bordeaux. And today I am talking to Charlie Bataille.
Bataille. Good pronunciation, thank you.
Yes. Your wine bar is called Sous la robe. What does that mean, by the way?
Oh, literally that means under the dress. So under the dress, basically, for us, it's going to mean what are the secrets in the wine? What's under it?
Are we under the dress right now of Saint-Emilion?
We are, and actually under the dress in Saint-Emilion, it's a very private place. Very private place. So it's only kept, for a few people. So I'm actually very happy that you're here.
Well, so I gotta say, in all jokes aside, this is hands down. I mean, I've had a glass of wine on the top of Mount Vesuvius. I've had a glass of wine in some of the most amazing caves all through France, Germany, Italy, South America. This is one of the most incredible spaces I've ever been in. There's no way to truly do justice to what this feels like and what it looks like. I mean,
Merci.
It's a maze under here.
Merci. Yes, it's a maze. And before it was even a bigger maze because it's here we're lucky enough to have access to 4,000 square meters, roughly. 4,000 square meters, and lucky enough as well to be under the city, under the town. Mm-hmm. So we've got maybe 1, 2, 3 other levels above us, and then the houses. So it's very, very safe. It's all limestone. So all those places, it used to be quarries, as you said, all limestone. So in French, we call it la pierre de Saint-Emilion. It's a very pure stone, very, very easy to carve as well. Mm-hmm. And with this stone, we could build the village, Bordeaux, and some other places. And then, so that was in the 12th century when it started. And we finished it. When I say we,
we.
Us French people and the monks and the religious. But yeah, it's a maze. But with the time going, we had to block many accesses. Because here, we've got the houses up there, but in some other places, vines, and with the roots, it fragilizes everything. But some places stays intact, secret.
Okay.
Because we actually don't know who are our neighbors. So for example, here, we know we're here. But if you break that wall, we don't know who is next to us. And that's the beauty of it. So we are in places where I mean, you just have to disconnect the brain and focus on the wine you can drink in here.
Obviously, if you're watching this, you can see. If you're not, you can just sort of picture what I'm talking about. But these are giant caverns, some of which you have to duck to get below. There's little rooms. There's chairs kind of carved into the walls. There's storage spaces.
Right.
It's like nothing else I've ever seen. How many people do you think you could fit in here? If you're going to have like a rave.
Oh, a rave.
How many people could you fit in here for a Taylor Swift concert?
I wish it wouldn't be Taylor Swift, first of all.
Who would it be? Who would it be? Rammstein? You know, do like a Rammstein concert in here?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Imagine sometimes we always wonder, what would be the best timing to open the greatest bottle of wine of your life. Maybe that would be for Rammstein concert.
Rammstein.
Maybe.
You're just like drinking like an 1810 Madeira and a Du Hast is playing?
For example.
Okay.
I mean, that sounds great.
I like that.
I would love to do it.
Okay.
But honestly, if we are being realistic, up to 400 people. Up to 400 people, but then we'll need to see with the city hall.
Is that because you're allowed up to 400 or more would fit?
No, it needs to be exceptional, but the construction work we'll keep the nature of the cellar, but in the near future, fingers crossed, we'll be able to welcome people every weekend to do some artistic shows, but all around wine, really to foster the wine business, but with artistic music, Rammstein, maybe. Yeah. Taylor Swift, if Rammstein is not available.
People listening to this are like, this is a wine podcast. Why are you talking about Rammstein? This is a wine show.
But then, for this cellar, it's been, as you said, many things going on here through the ages and centuries. So first it was the quarries, and then it was the stock of wine. Mm-hmm. Then it's been used during the Second World War, because the free zone between... when we had the Second World War, the free zone was back in Castillon, so 15 minutes away from here, just across the river.
You're talking Vichy, France?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Right, exactly. And then afterwards...
Was this used for resistance fighters, or do people hide here?
When we talk to the old generation around here, they say that, first of all, when we talk about wine, because as it was used as storage, they could keep the storage completely intact because German people were drinking more white wine than red wine.
Okay.
But then, to save our people, some producer had access to deliver the wine, so they were hiding a few of those jeopardized people in the barrels to afterward make them free.
Ah, I see.
Ouais. So that was an emotional period, but here, they did their part. So that's still very historic.
Yeah.
And the story continues step by step. But it's good one.
So when you went to, you're looking to open up a wine bar, right? And you're looking for a space, I assume, right?
Uh-huh.
And you saw this, and they had this cave that opens up from the back of your wine bar. What did you say? You're like, I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. That you have this. A great wine bar, but it's a wine bar.
It's a wine bar.
And then it opens up into what is essentially, an entire apartment building and a street and you could have, God, what you could do under here. This is so incredible.
It's everything thanks to the mayor. The mayor, he was the one, because I called him 6 years ago when I came back to Saint-Emilion and wanted to really open something, because honestly, Saint-Emilion is starting to fall asleep. It's been a few years, because we have, even now, we're all aware of the crisis for Saint-Emilion, having struggled to sell their wine, but also I think it needs, Saint-Emilion needs the village as well, to come back to its fame, to have to speed shine again.
Yeah, speed shine, yeah.
And the mayor, when I called him, he said, go there, do this, I've got this place, but do something. And now we're on our way. Right, so it's very good, to have these very unexpected encounters, with you guys, with the work that you do, to put light on it.
We had to drop our whole afternoon to be like, how do we get in here and do something with you? Explain to me what you're allowed to use this space for. We need to open a bottle. We have an amazing bottle you have that's from the region. Great story. We're going to open that in a second. But what are you allowed to do down here?
Alors, we're allowed to do private.
You look like you're up to no good right now. Like you're gonna get yourself in a lot of trouble with miles of caves.
No, we're just allowed to do some private things. Like so far, it's not. It doesn't work with the bar. Like this, we use it, for tastings and so on, but just with
you can do private tastings.
Private, everything
you
private.
got to show movies back here.
With
You got to put a
our-
movie screen in and a projector.
I wish.
And show films back here.
I
Absolutely.
wish. I mean, we take all the ideas and even the craziest ones.
Yeah.
Because we need to bring the spice up to the wine. Because here, like, it becomes a little bit too boring to drink wine nowadays in France. And I wish it would come back, to the new generation, like to do something a little bit more, like something going on. Because our wine is just incredible.
Yeah. No, of course.
Well, we need to have just another system of drinking it instead of drinking the best bottles over a 7 courses meal. Even if our chef, our hero, like don't get me wrong, but I want something with a little bit more of a party vibe.
Okay, but you realize, not to be mean, but this is your fault. I mean, the French are the ones who made this happen.
Yes.
That wine is up. Not that you don't drink wine at dinner and it's a normalized thing, but we're in Saint-Emilion, we're in
Right.
Bordeaux. This is a place where wine is held to a very high esteem, and there are some very expensive bottles you can get here. Why don't we open this? We'll talk more about this so-called wine crisis and whatever else, but tell me what you've decided to open tonight.
This one? Well, this one is a beauty. First of all, it's a Beau Séjour du Faux Lagaros, so a first Grand Cru classé. So when we talk about first Grand Cru classé, like we are literally talking about the top 0.1% in Bordeaux. Ouais. Those are top ones.
Yeah.
So basically, it's also a good overview and resume of what we've been talking about recently, because it's all the ground, the terroir that it grows on is mainly limestone. So all the limestone that you see everywhere, and they are very shallow. So basically, you have perfect pH, perfect acidity, and those are wines no matter the vintages that are. Because I know that sometimes in America we talk a lot about the vintages, saying if it's a good thing to buy in the futures and so on. But for the top chateau, there's no such things as the impact of a bad, good vintage, because there will always be a print. And when you talk about those ones, it's just every year discovering something
different. Yeah.
And something that really gets you going.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful wine. So Beau Séjour du Faux Lagaros here in 1998. So a top vintage for the Merlot, basically.
1998. It's mostly Merlot.
Ouais, mostly Merlot. Okay. And it's a wonderful style because it's 75-25 Merlot Cabernet Franc, but always more infused style of wine that has never been impacted through the ages, even in 2000, 2010 when you had a different craze.
Like Robert Parker and others were.
Well, for example, it's they stay intact, but they could always manage to impress any palate, any drinkers
so they
that
were
had access
So they
to
were
it.
broke. They had no money.
No.
I'm just kidding. No.
And now recently it's been taken over by the new héritière, so Joséphine in 2021, and she does an incredible work. And now we're gonna have access to it in 1998, a wine with much more pulp, much more charm. That's a bottle that I'm very, very happy to open and share with you guys. So.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is phenomenal.
Really crazy.
Well, why don't we open this? I know you told me this is a wine that weathered, essentially, like you just said, weathered the kind of storm of everyone changing their styles. This one stayed the same. So I can't wait to taste this. 1998. That's the year I graduated high school. So
you?
Yeah, 98.
With good grade.
I'll say yes, but I know my mom is listening to this, and she knows the truth that my grades were left a little bit to be desired.
It's never going to be a basic tasting when you open this type of wine. Like, it could make anyone happy. You could bring this type of bottle on any table, even here in Saint-Emilion, because sometimes you have the idea of French, winemaker, vintners having this mustache, black nails, being grumpy and so on. But when you've got this bottle, it gives a smile to anyone. So.
What is this?
That's a...
What is this?
What's your idea?
It looks like I should be smoking out of it, to be honest with you. That's a very fancy decanter.
It's going to put you in the mood for sure.
Okay, I'm in.
Magnifique.
This decanter is amazing. There is literally nothing like drinking a wine at cellar temp in a cellar.
Right.
It's an experience. I mean, the humidity in here, all of the stuff, it changes the way the wine tastes.
Definitely.
It's a phenomenal experience, and I've been lucky to do it many, many times. I can't overstate how amazing this spot is, though. It's just
You know, when you say like it was really spot on when you say that it's always tastes good. When you're tasting it in the cellar where it's made, it's never have the same quality when you drink it out of the cellar.
This wine is absolutely flawless. I mean, like perfect. This is such a treat.
Santé.
Thank you. Santé. This is the kind of wine when people talk about, and this gets thrown around a lot, old world, new world, you know, whether it's from Europe or Australia or the United States, whether it's old world, new world. There are not any wines I'm aware of in the United States that taste like this. There just aren't. It's impossible. There's a wine that would taste like this with this kind of fruit, and this soft, beautiful fruit would be, it wouldn't have this kind of lightness to it. Whereas like in America, it would be bigger. And it's not a knock against that style of wine. It's more of just, I don't think this exists. It's not possible.
But that's the beauty of just a perfect balance, because when the terroir takes over, and in 1998, a lot of charm as well for the Merlot, when you let it open, it really feels like sometimes you're drinking a cloud. It's very, very beautiful and an extremely wide range of aroma.
Oh, it's like velvet. I mean, it's just incredible. But there's still tannins in there. I mean, it still has...
I think we need to post the interview.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, this is really, really good. And I see what you mean on like kind of, it's not a big opulent jammy style at all. It's not, you know, I could name names, but I'm not going to say Chateau Pavie. I'm not going to do that. It's not like that style where it's like bigger and...
No, this is chic, and you've got access to very powdery tannins. It's very, very chic and noble.
That's right. So talk to me, you mentioned this kind of crisis in Saint-Emilion, in the right bank. Tell me what the problem is right now.
Honestly,
and I know you don't want to talk about bad stuff. It's tough. Winemakers don't want to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it, but people are not drinking as much wine, right? Is that the problem?
I guess so. The only thing I could tell you about this, because I mean it's not my business neither to have to do some wholesale and importations and so on. But recently, I mean the crisis that is kicking us now. When you talk to the négociants, they say that they've seen it coming for the last 4 or 5 years. 4 or 5 years. The thing is, when you're in Bordeaux, I mean, to give you rough numbers, you have 9,000 chateaux, 9,000 producers approximately.
It's a lot.
So every year you might have around 30 to 40,000 labels that come out every year. I mean, that starts to be consequent, right? And when you need to sell it, but also you've got some emerging markets that are not emerging anymore. I mean, they are right there. Our stars, so the top labels, they attract customers, but they are still prestigious. Our friends, our neighbors, that make wine that are incredible too, but maybe not as impressive or not as costly. Those ones, are struggling a lot, and I mean, it's a very, very wide subject that I could as well give some lost bullets to our state, but I'm not gonna do it on camera. Anyway, the crisis is here. The crisis is here. But we've got all the weapons to get over it, because I mean the quality is always on point.
Everyone wants to know what's the new place where the wine is still affordable, but it's really good. And I can't tell you how many times I've told people since the first time I visited this region that you're looking for the new place, you should be looking at the old place. Because the Right Bank Bordeaux, you can get bottles for 20 euros that are better than almost any wine in that price range in the whole world. I mean, it is incredible, probably even 12 euros. I mean, the wine you can get here is a staggering deal for the money that you spend. And that was even during the time things were going great.
Sure.
And so right now, it's even like better. I mean, what you can buy here it's really wild.
It is. And but once again, you've got everything and nothing. So I can understand when people come here, they've got a hard time, trying to make their way in the wine and so on. But at the same time, here, when you go to visit the wine shops, You go to visit the wine shops, you got around 50. What you do is sometimes you can taste between 10 to 20 different wines. You do comparative tastings. And then afterward, even if you come here without education for your palate, because I mean, when you're into wine, you need to know your mouth. That's weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if the people that are looking at us now, know where to feel the acidity or the sugar in their mouth.
Sure.
I have no idea if they know how to do it. But sometimes it's all about feelings and memory and sensitivity. And when you taste it, it's accessible to anyone. The wine shops here, they are very skilled. They can tell you what you sense, and sometimes you know yourself what you prefer. Mm-hmm. And then you can make your way, in choosing more different wines. But Saint-Emilion is not for, top critics or anyone. Remember that wine, is just sensations, feelings. Mm-hmm. So you come here, you discover, you taste, and then afterward, if you like your buy, obviously that's good for everyone. But, just come and visit.
Yeah. Well, I think this goes in waves, and it always has. Wine goes through waves where it is a very prestigious thing. It goes in waves where it's a simple thing. I think this is part of the process. I don't want to sound, like it's okay what's happening, but I more mean, I think you guys are going to be okay. What I mean. What I mean is you're going to be fine. I mean, obviously in a place like this, a lot of tourism. Right. So, you luckily have people coming in and out. This is it's absolutely one of the top places in travel, let alone wine, you have to visit. You have to. You can't be into wine and travel for wine and not come to Saint-Emilion, go to the right bank, you know? Even more than the left bank, which is a beautiful place, but it's not the same as the right bank. It's much more accessible here, in my opinion.
Much more accessible, because, when you go on the left bank, you might have in average 80 hectares per producer. First of all, less accessible because you need a car, and then you
definitely need a car for sure.
Here you can knock on the door, you get in someone's kitchen,
That's right. No, that's really true. It's really true.
So that's already makes the difference. And here they are so happy to share. You also have all the satellite appellations like Montagne, Puy-Seguin, Saint-Georges, Lussac, Castillon, Castillon as well. Yeah. Incredible Castillon. Yeah. Beautiful Castillon. You've got top wines over there too. Yeah. But it's when we talk about wine in Saint-Emilion, I think that the charm is here.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm hoping that as everyone's panicking, I'm hoping they're taking the bottles they can't sell and hiding them down here in this cellar. And in 20 years, you and I are going to all find them and drink them like we're drinking this. I'm hoping that they're all going to be. When the phase changes and wine is back to where it was, all these wines are going to be incredible.
Do you have self-control?
Do I?
Yes.
No, absolutely not. No.
So you're actually asking the people to hide their bottles here so you can drink?
I didn't say do what I do. I said do what I say.
Guys, that's a swindle.
That's fair.
Cheers.
That's fair. Cheers. Well, to be able to be below the city. And there are some people watching or listening to this that absolutely have walked these streets. These narrow medieval town streets. You can't take a car on any of them, really. And to know that there are levels and levels of caves. All of the buildings in Saint-Emilion are all this limestone, and it all came from these quarries. So they basically took the stone out and built on top.
And that went too much. That went a little bit too far. If you had been there 20 years ago, here you could cross Saint-Emilion, so the village, in two ways, with the car. Now it's just one way because they're afraid of the vibration. It can be a damageable thing more than the construction. Yeah. It's also because now we're on the limestone, but this stone, if you have 1 hectare of this stone, and it's not houses, but vines on it, that grows on it, it's gonna cost between 1 to 7 million euros, roughly.
Why?
Because it's the most sought after ground of Saint-Emilion. Basically, that's the ground where most of the first cru classés like this one are located on. So when it falls, it falls.
Yeah, and literally falls, so it collapses.
It falls, and then you lost your vines, and unfortunately, we've got a few sad stories that already happened, but only when the vines and the roots, are plunging. So here, don't worry, we are safe. We have time to finish the bottle.
Great, yeah. I have heard some stories of houses and such falling down.
We're here.
I've heard some stories.
Okay.
But the idea of all of this just being below is, I don't think the French get enough credit for digging. The French are some of the best diggers that have ever existed. This is a wild trait. So
they had a good idea. Even when you look at the roof here, you see, because you see it was made a long time ago. Because you have black stains, black spots everywhere, and it comes either. But at first it was just candles, and then the oil candles. So it left prints of the past and of the story, the history.
Yeah. Before electricity, I'm sure that was really good to breathe.
Ah ouais.
Before we go, it was 105 degrees for you American listeners yesterday. It was 30-some degrees.
Ah ouais.
It was very hot.
We are close to 40, actually.
Close to 40, yeah. It was very, very, very hot, like over 100 degrees. And when we came in this wine bar, it felt like it was air-conditioned. Because you had the door open to this cellar, this huge cavern, and it was pushing cold air out.
Right.
Which is just an incredible thing. I mean, I can't explain how hot we were. And then we sat down, and it felt nice and cool.
Yeah, and there are some Italians. I mean, I'd say the nationality because we've got competition between us. But there are some Italians that told me that how crazy we were just to leave all the doors open with the AC. That we must have been very rich.
Oh,
but no.
Right. But it was the cellar.
Historically rich, otherwise no.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Do you think there are hidden rooms, hidden chambers, hidden places around here that are walled off that have things in them still around here? I mean, I'm just wondering if there's any places here that no one's been in hundreds of years that are underground here. Yeah.
Yes, because even under the village, you've got 4 levels of galleries, and I mean, you still need to have some advantages being a local. So we know some places where you could find some natural swimming pools.
Under the ground?
Yes.
Oh, really?
And where you could actually get lost over there. You can do this sport that they call the urbex, urban exploration.
Urban exploration, yeah.
Where you could do some things like this.
Well, this is amazing. I can't wait till the next time I'm sitting here with you drinking. Yeah, this is good. We'll put a movie theater in here, and we'll watch some movies. So if you're going to Sant'Emiliano, people should tell them where your bar is, what your wine bar is. Let's plug it again. So what's your wine bar called? Where should people go?
The wine bar is called Sous la robe. So basically,
under the dress.
Under the dress. And it's down the village. It's in the village, but it's a little bit off track. So off the touristic track, and it's a good mix. We receive a lot of producers, like all the actors of the wine industry. And sometimes, as we are very talkative, we like to connect everyone. And usually there is a good vibe where everyone's sharing either their day or their experience in tastings and so on. So,
what does somebody have to say to you to be able to see this place? You better be careful. A lot of people listen to this podcast.
They just need to be as smiley and polite as you were with me, and that's all. That works always.
Okay, well that's right. You see, I'm smiley and polite.
Smile and fun.
Okay. All right. Well, cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
All right.
Merci beaucoup.
Oh, merci. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening. Really, really appreciate it. Remember, you can watch this episode and tons more things on SOM TV. We have apps on all devices. Go to somtv.com to subscribe. That is what supports everything we do. And if you love our content, please, please, please make sure to subscribe. I would like to thank everybody at the Sur la Robe wine shop for allowing us to crash their wine shop and go underneath the town. I'd also like to thank our podcast producer, John Adams, and Jackson Myers, who shot this episode, if you want to watch it on SOM TV. Don't forget, if you are interested in hosting or partnering with us for an upcoming podcast episode in person in your city, email hello@somtv.com. All right, everybody, be safe, drink something great, and hopefully you do it underground. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.